winds blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. There'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here in Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It's Wednesday. Coming to you live from Oldsmar, Florida, where it is windy. Windy as heck out there. Let me tell you what. Oh, my goodness. We had some trees blowing sideways this morning. And more is yet to come. All right, let's turn everything off here, get things rolling. Streaming live on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and our new MWP chat, which is the home of our Brew Crew subscribers for 2024. How's it going, Miss Shelly Ross? How's it going over there on the East Coast? Yeah, so we got some weather to talk about, everybody. It's our Daily Brew, brought to you by our good friends at... Let's see everybody type it up, so I don't have to say it. I didn't pull up the graphic today. I always have the graphic up there, but... Who's our Daily Brew brought to you by? What's up, John B? John B! John B, do you get a lot of jokes about that? Wendy and Pinellas. Yeah, James. Oh, we got to talk softball DN. Remind me. Joe, hey, what's up there, Joe? I'll read your comment, Mr. Joe Sardos. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't played with the audio. Okay. Oh, Joe, you know why? Joe, I'm glad you said that, Joe. Because the audio is only picking up my microphone on the Brew Crew stream, not PC, so I have to turn the PC volume up. Good to know. ABC. That's right. Good. Our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits bringing you the Daily Brew. All right, so we got a lot of storms brewing in the last couple of days. Good morning, Miss Kate, Breezy, 2G. John B, I know we were talking about that. That's Outer Banks. I got the sidetrack there. What's up, Mr. Eric? How's it going? What's up, Mr. Bob? What's up, Tracy? Got a lot of folks. Salty Stacy. Lisa, we got a lot of new followers over there on TikTok. Borg, yeah, you're right. This is Hunter, Shelley. Can you believe? Hey, listen. Can you all believe Hunter is 4 years old next week? Mike's Weather Page chat named Hunter 4 years ago. And we had polls and we talked about it. We knew we were picking Hunter up. And we came up with Hurricane Hunter 4 years ago. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at radar while we chit-chat a little bit. There's a full-size radar. I can't believe that. That is what's swirling right now. That is incredible, man. You don't see that every day. That is an amazing satellite presentation this morning. P. Kimmel, good morning from KCMO. What's up, Plain Pepper from Cocoa Beach? Prepper. Richard Reamer, what's up, buddy? Morgan. Slight risk for the eclipse, yeah. My take on the eclipse is go to bed and close your eyes and you can pretend you saw the eclipse. Rodney, correct. Tomorrow, 4-4, Colorado State University. Philip Glossback comes out with his Colorado State University hurricane predictions. And I will bet if they don't say above average, I'll do our Daily Brew shirtless on Friday. Totally expect a above average hurricane season prediction. Weather Bell's calling it hurricane hit from hell. All the key adjectives are being used. AccuWeather, big time. I don't even want to say the word because I might get buzzed on Facebook. So anyway, what's up, Chris Green? All right, we're going to talk about the weather really quick because we got a lot of stuff going on. But that's what the radar is. So we got a big low pressure. You know what they call that? A deep cyclone. I love to get the TikTokers worked up. It is a cyclone. Cyclone is a low pressure area of incoming winds. Doesn't matter. Tropical cyclone is completely different. That is a cyclone over water. This is a cyclone over land. And look at it. It is spinning away. Snow on the backside. Coming down into Wisconsin, then to Illinois, Iowa there, a little bit into Minnesota. We're going to have all that go to the east. We're going to have snow from New York northward, maybe some Gatlinburg snow. Still got storms down there in Florida. A second round from Carolina, Virginia we're going to talk about. So let's get into it. By the way, I'm going to be on the Tom and Dan show today at 10:30. All right, say goodbye, everybody. That's current radar, by the way. That's what we're looking at. We're going to talk about it. Say bye, everybody. Woo-hoo. He's the man. Real quick, I want to do a shout out. Anytime anybody takes the time to mail me something, I really appreciate it. I got a really nice letter from someone. His name is Nick Barrett. If anybody knows Nick Barrett, tell him I said hello. He wrote me a really nice letter. Has a company called the Cord Brick about how he invented it. It looks pretty dang awesome. I can't wait to use it. He wrote me a really nice personal letter. There's a desk brick. He sent a pink one for Emily. So, thank you, Nick, and a very nice letter. He's got a mission to build something, donating in the St. Matthew's House in Naples. They're from Naples. So, really cool. Look them up, Cord Brick. That's so cool when people do that, so it means a lot. Living down there in Naples, obviously, Hurricane Ian was big for them. So, and don't read the comments he writes on the bottom. So, there's Nick. Thanks. That's awesome. Can't wait to try them out. All right, there's your current radar. It's coming. All right, so you might be thinking in Carolina, hey, it's over. No, there's another round coming. We got to talk about that. Another round coming for North Carolina, Virginia. This round is going to stay alive. It's coming into the Big Bend area right now, just past through Apalachicola. Yellow is severe thunderstorm warnings currently through middle Georgia. They're getting close to, I don't know, down there. Might hit Savannah, that area. We got big storms coming. That's current radar. So this line is definitely going to push south throughout the day. Current tornado watch is up until 1 p.m. Once that line passes you, then storm chances pretty much reduced a lot. So what you're worried about is that storm line. Keep your eye on the radar. If you got radar, that's your best friend. Radar, radar, radar. Tampa at noon. We're going to show you right now, John K. Tampa at noon. I don't think it's going to be here quite yet at noon. but it's coming. All right, so there's a tornado watch. Now remember, a watch means the ingredients are there. A warning means there is a tornado. I know I share the taco thing a lot. It's lame probably by now, but all the ingredients are in place that you can see a tornado at any time. Tornado watches don't mean everybody's going to get a tornado in that red area. It just means that squall line can any moment can produce an isolated tornado. And these type of tornadoes sometimes in Florida just spin up really quick. Only last quarter of a mile, half a mile, maybe sometimes not even that. So they're quick spin ups and then they dissipate. So that's what we're watching for that. Here's yesterday, real quick. I want to show you this. Remember, I got this link on my site. If you go to mikesfloripage.com and you scroll down a little bit, here's yesterday's storm map. If you're ever curious, you click on this right here, and it shows this map, and you can check the dates. You got to fast forward. So this is today, no storm reports yet. We go to yesterday, April 2nd. There you go, 14 tornadoes so far, 188 wind reports yesterday. Unbelievable. 25 hail reports. So that was yesterday. And every day you can go back in time and take a look at that. But I wanted to point that out. We did have 14 tornado reports so far, maybe more to come. What about here at home? We get a lot of people asking. All right, so we're going to do a lot of wind maps and stuff. I'm going to show you. Marcia, thank you. Don just said they just got out of Chiefland. It's hitting Chiefland about right now there, Mr. Don and Dot. Peggy says stay safe. Yep. Newport Richie, Julie, you're going to be here about maybe, noon maybe? Disney around noon. It's going to be close to your ravioli around noon. I tell you what, everybody, radar is your friend. You got to have radar. You'll see that line coming. I'm telling you. Let me look at mine right now because I'm going to be out there storm chasing, by the way. I got a 10:30 Tom and Dan interview. And as soon as I have that completed, I'm going to head out. So here's radar. Let's see. It's not updating yet, though. That's not a good thing. Let's see. Yesterday, the radars were down. Oh, there's a tornado warning. That was 8 minutes ago. We had a tornado warning. Huh. Well, that's a heck of a time for the radar to be behind. It's not showing anything. What's going on with that? Come on. It's not in radar range yet. Why is it not showing anything yet? Tampa radar. Oh, because I'm still in... I'm in Evansville, Kentucky. There we go. All right. Here we go. That was from yesterday. All right. So here's the radar. You can kind of see it where I'm at, a little blue dot. See it? And then there's the radar. So I know it's a ways away. So, got a couple little cells popping out in front. But people were asking me about tides. Well, it's interesting. So I pulled up this little tide chart map that we got on my site. Possibly could see a little flooding down in this St. Petersburg. Total water guidance is above Hat, which is your highest astronomical tide, normal tide, the highest tide. So when anything goes above Hat line, it could mean some sort of coastal flooding. So this is St. Petersburg. This is obviously around noon to 1 to 2 p.m. today. So we'll keep an eye on any coastal flooding down there. And that also could be for Madeira, all along west central Florida. We'll see. There's a graphic that I did. The winds are going to be coming in straight off the Gulf. Wind gusts are going to be 44 in Clearwater, 42. This is at 1 p.m. today. As far as Storm Prediction Center maps go, here's the latest. These just got updated. The main stuff already passed through the Carolinas, but we got a second batch brewing in the yellow. We're going to watch, and we still have that yellow risk through Florida all the way down, probably close to Fort Myers now, in dark green. So they're expecting that line to push through Interstate 4 a little farther south. So anybody in that yellow area down here, Georgia, pay attention. That squall line is still pretty strong. Tornado outlook for today, they're only showing a 2% for where I'm at, still 5% where they got the tornado watch. But then they got this brown 5% up for the Carolinas and Virginia area northward there. This is the area that's going to be brewing later, early afternoon. So don't think it's over there for you all. This little spot might get a tornado watch later for you here along the Carolina northward coastline. Of course, winds obviously in yellow. Hail chances are now sticking to the north. Nothing really showing up for Florida. Winds, this is the latest Euro map. So we are under a wind advisory pretty much like this all the way down. The whole state, Florida Peninsula, is still under a wind advisory. These are gusts yet to come. So if you think it's windy out there right now, it's going to get a lot windier, okay? We're talking 30, 40 mile an hour gusts through the central part of the state. And we got a pretty hefty line showing up, and right here, 40 mile an hour plus possible gusts, and that's the Euro. Now, the HRR is even showing higher. So we might get some pretty big gusts this afternoon here as our storms lines approaches. So that's coming in so there won't be much of a coastal action on this side, but definitely on the west side. But we are under a wind advisory. Timing, let's break it all down here in a second. This is what the radar could look like at 3 p.m. Okay, now these high resolution maps are pretty good when we get close. They're called mesoscale models. We have the NAM, 3km is pretty good. The HRR I really like. It's usually pretty darn close. So there you go. That could be 3 p.m. That could be our pretty strong squall line across the Interstate 4 line, pretty much. Everything follows Interstate 4. But this could be around 3 p.m. today. So if you're worried about the timing in the Orlando area, Tampa area, where I'm at, Daytona Beach, 2 o'clock maybe, you'll start to see it come this afternoon. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But let's break it all down hour by hour, talk about what's coming. We got a little break after this, which is good. But I want to show you hour by hour here, especially across the mid-Atlantic too. So let's do it two things here. Let's talk about, we might be able to show it all here in the southeast. I'm going to miss a little bit of Virginia. I apologize, but we'll at least get the idea going here, what's going on. Okay? Okay. Let's drink some coffee. Hey, by the way, look, we're mailing out our Friday merch drop. Came out. Local supplier. Very soft shirts. Very nice. So impressed. They're Gildan shirts too, which are high quality. So if you got order one of these, they're coming out. We got some sizes coming back in. Julie's doing that right now. So, all right. So timing. Let's fast forward here. Now, like I talked about in the East Coast, look at your heavy stuff's passing through now. But this is the line we're watching for today. So sometime around, 11, it's going to be passing through, getting close to Ocala, Brooksville area. This is, 11 a.m. There you go. Charleston, Savannah, heavy line. We'll be keeping an eye on everything. Now watch the Gulf. It's still going to be pumping some juice out there. Question's going to be how much of it remains. Here's noon, heavy on the East Coast. Now it looks like the Eastern Seaboard's getting a little break, but here's that line setting up here about 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Now, this is the curious part. This little area right here, we're going to have to digest because we could see some tornado watch put up for North Carolina, Virginia later this afternoon or later morning from that secondary line brewing. But there's your line through this evening. This is 6 p.m. You can see it starting to fade away a little bit. 6 p.m. tonight. There's still going to be some rain here in Florida, unfortunately. Not very good outdoor plans. We're still going to have some backside. Now, this is a cold front. We got cold air coming down. This is not, we're going to be in the 40s deep, 50s way deep, like firewood time. All right, here's 8 p.m. Look, there's your line heading down to Okeechobee. Still going to have some leftovers in the middle part of the state, a little bit all the way to Jacksonville. And the common theme has been this. It's going to be weakening as the sun goes down on my side of town. And then overnight, midnight, still got some lingering rains down in the Fort Myers area. And here is about 3 a.m. We could have a couple feisty little storms in the Keys maybe coming in off that Gulf. Remember the Gulf's warming up. We'll keep an eye on that. There could be a, sneaky little line, 5 a.m. All right, so there it is. It's 5 a.m. tomorrow. Look, South Florida, maybe the Keys will be rocking a little bit. And this is through the morning hours tomorrow, 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's been the theme. Now, look at this up here. Gatlinburg snow, Thursday. Been talking about that for many, many, many days. The backside of this is going to bring some surprise flurries to the Smokies. And then it kind of goes away. There you go. So, all right, let's talk about that. Let's zoom in a little bit more on North Carolina real quick because I hate to always talk about Florida. We get a lot of weather. But anyway, North Carolina. Let's go to Mid-Atlantic real quick because this is what's got me interested here, as far as storms later. So we got something called a supercell composite map. Kind of shows you it combines energy basically. Whether or not it happens or not. But what we're seeing is the brighter the colors, the higher up on the chart goes, you start to see the possibilities of storms. And it really starts popping this is about noon today. Noon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we might see some isolated little cells popping up. I'm telling you. Early this afternoon. This is maybe even part of South Carolina, but mainly this is through North Carolina and Virginia. Very curious about that. And then the SPC just came out with a new updated map here, which shows that. So they are watching it too. I have a feeling that we might see a tornado watch later. Let's zoom in on Virginia real quick. You can see what I'm talking about. There's your brown risk. So anytime there's a 5% brown risk, they usually have a tornado watch. That's for later today. As far as Florida storm, well, let's talk about a couple other little things here. Let's look at some shear indicators, possibly for there. It's still going to be a lot of spin in the atmosphere that could probably produce maybe a little spinner. And then I guess we'll look at STP here, which is not Richard Petty, but it's significant tornado parameter. And you can kind of see this right here, this general area, Carolina into Virginia. So you are getting markers that you could have some sneaky storms here later today, which is actually, it's not later today, it's early afternoon. Florida. Let's look at you real quick. My voice is a little hoarse. I probably should cut it short so I can save it for radio or TV or whatever. All right. Later today, let's look at the shear indicators for the peninsula here. And we're still getting some, you can see it generally weakened. See this? This is basically spin in the atmosphere. And you can see as it passes down past I-4, it starts to weaken. These are things, we still got a few sneaky. I would not be surprised if in the early morning tomorrow you see a water spout down in the Keys. But this is the area this afternoon we'll be watching as this line approaches. Not too sure if we'll have a tornado watch or not. It's going to be really interesting. Morning, Jody from Fort Walton Beach. Hail, Joe. No, not for Florida. Carolinas only. Eric, windy drive to work. Hey, the Rays won yesterday, Eric. That's pretty cool. Yay. Tracy, how's the puppies doing? You believe Tracy, that hunter, is 4 years old? The beaches are going to be rainy, Brittany, later, yes. The storms look like they might get a little weaker, but this afternoon you're going to have more rain, so it's not a very good day on the beach. Molly, you're welcome. Clearwater, Nick, we got big storms coming, Nick. Big winds. It's coming. It's going to be nasty about 1 maybe, around 1 p.m. So, Alejandra, thank you for the stars. Peninsula. I'm starting to feel human again. I have never complained about too strong of drinks in my life. Camp Margaritaville, Auburndale, you will never complain about a drink being too light. Trust me. I almost lost my man card, and I was going to ask them on my last couple to say, can you tone it down a little bit? Oh my God, I got one more egg left, by the way. I'm saving it for a rainy day. Got my shirt on too. We're going storm chasing later. So, all right, timing. Let's look at exact timing again for Florida as we got people watching, curious what's going on. It's just coming, folks. You can't stop it. Here's your hour by hour. Where we're at now, about 10 a.m. Why did this thing not update? All right, so here's about where we're at about right now. About right here. All right, so here's 11 a.m. I'm just going to break it down like this. 11 a.m. 11:30. There's noon. And then 1 o'clock. There's about 2 o'clock. There's about 3 o'clock. Clearwater might be more like 1:32, but anyway, these things always speed up more than they're supposed to. By the way, they don't. They say noon, but it usually ends up being 11. Here's 4 o'clock. And 5 o'clock somewhere. Kind of weakening a little bit. You can see that. A lot of dry air now. Things are getting stable a little bit. Here's 6 o'clock. I mean, you can still see some sneaky lines though. 7 o'clock. And then here we go. 8 o'clock. As you go. We've done this a bunch now. Here's about 10 o'clock. And 11 o'clock. Here's midnight. So we can still see some stuff midnight. Like I said, the Keys might get some sneaky stuff overnight. Winds. This is going to be interesting. It'll be windy. Here's the aggressive HRRR. But look at these winds as this thing comes through. Like, for example, about 3 o'clock here. Man, we got 40-plus winds. This is miles per hour. But, you know, going to get windy. If you think it's windy now, it's nothing. I'm looking at these big trees out here. They're blowing around like I've never seen. Hey, that's a good thing. It means all the pollen's getting off the trees. And there you go. All right, so we know that's coming. Let's look at some interesting stuff. So I showed that tide map. Remember a couple weeks ago or days ago or whenever I was trying to figure it out? Well, if you go down here to my Sierra map right here, Coastal Emergency Risk Assessment, if you click on Surge Map, it takes forever to load, so I'm going to do something else while it loads. Let me hit Gulf real quick. Gulf Coast. Oh, wait a minute. That's not right. Gulf. Oh, man. All right, let's leave that load. It takes a second. What else I want to look at? Let's look at winds. Interesting. So everybody's asking about flooding on the Pinellas side because we've had a lot of rough weather. We don't really have that closed low pressure drop that I think is really a big part of these faster surges that we get. Pressures are low, though. This thing is the slowest page on the planet. All right. So what's cool about this thing, you'll never probably find it, but if you go to my page, it's right here. I love this site right here. If you go down, it's right here. It's going down, 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 down. This is right here. Surge map. Right there. Boom. See it? See it. All right. But I love this map because it shows areas and they're color keyed. So anything above highest astronomical tide, could have some sort of coastal flooding. Notice Pensacola, right? You know why? Because we're still getting some winds on the backside. But look at Naples. Look at St. Pete, Cedar Key, Apalachicola. These are areas because of the winds. The Clearwater misses out a little bit because it's on the way the Florida Pinellas, you know, it doesn't take a direct hit. The winds kind of go around. So the backside of Pinellas, you get more impacts from the southwest winds. But you go to St. Pete, this is what I showed earlier, and it kind of gives you a worst case scenario as far as surge goes. And you can see it's just a tick above hat, which is your line. And, you know, surge guidance, total water guidance, winds. So it takes into account tides. Tides are peaking around later this evening. We're on an incoming tide now, so the winds are going to help, you know. But that, you know, there's, you know, this is today, so you know, I look at that and say, oh, there could be a little bit of surge down there. The wind map kind of shows it pretty cool too. If we look at winds, I like the wind direction map, but you can see here, all on the coast of Florida. Let's do about right here. Fast forward to about, I don't know. Here's about. What do you say, about 1 p.m. There's your highest winds around 1 p.m. This is the Euro. But you can see the wind directions are coming in straight from the southwest. That's why Clearwater doesn't get as much flooding, because the winds are kind of hitting it at an angle, not direct. But St. Pete gets a direct hit of winds, and that means the water just pushes it in a lot easier, especially the bay where I live. HRR. Showing about the same, you know, 1 p.m. So that's about time to get out there. If I'm going out there, I got to get going. I don't know where I'm going to go today. It's 11 a.m. Darn it, I got to get going out there. 40s. So it's going to be windy along the coast. GFS showing about the same. That's a pretty big wind. These are gusts, yes. But, sustained winds. Almost tropical storm force sustained winds. So that's windy. Windy. Coming in hard. Seas, obviously, with this front coming down, going to be a little rocky. Let's take a look at that. We can go to tropicaltidbits.com, take a look at the latest southeast wave map. So you do that and go to lower dynamics, hit wave height, and you'll see that it's a little rough out there. We go fast forward in time with this front coming down. So through this tonight, obviously the wind, it's going to be rocky out there, especially across the East Coast. As this front line gets out of here, that's your direction. But it kind of gets quiet, luckily, through the weekend. So not really anything coming. We look at the Storm Prediction Center. I haven't really looked ahead. There is day 4, I think. Yeah, so there's our next system brewing. Let's see, long range here. I haven't really been keeping up. I don't know when. Let's see what we got long range coming. All right, so let's see if we got anything. This is this weekend. There's your next line. Maybe the 11th. Not seeing any big dips. This low pulls out of here. See, this one, watch this. This one goes that way. These lows right here, when they come down and pull out that way or this way, they end up pulling a lot of energy like that. But when they go that way, it gets denied. So this low is kind of racing off. There might be a little something here a week from Thursday. That's a long way away to really get too confident on. But hey, 1,001. I guess it might stick around. We could see something. All right, take that back. Well. All right. Midweek. What day is today? Wednesday. Oh, 7 days from now. Well, there you go. Okay, never mind. I'll take it back. Or erase that last 41 seconds. Okay. It doesn't lift out as much as I thought. So, next week, midweek. Next little dip here could bring some action. This is Wednesday on the Canadian. Wednesday on the Euro here. Fast forward it right there. So there's your Wednesday Euro. It could make its way eastward. This would be next Friday. So maybe Upper Gulf Coast next Wednesday, Thursday right here. GFS is about the same, a little faster. So there is something. I love looking long range. So this is next Wednesday, Thursday. Could get a little feisty down there, maybe Thursday into Florida. So there you go, Wednesday, Thursday. Icon doesn't really go out that far, I don't think yet. Let's see here, Icon. Starting to brew though. This is Wednesday morning. Yeah, so midweek upper Gulf. Might be a little something to watch. There's the Canadian. And this would be next Thursday, Friday. So confidence. We saw it first. Super windy and citrus, Alina. Yep, it sure is. Got a tornado warning up in Amelia. Amy, yeah, this is terrible. Storms are brewing. Ian, you want some rain? This one could make it. Hey, Ian, we got Ian's from Jamaica. Never been. I want to. Let's see if any moisture gets down that way for you. This front might make it. I don't know. Kind of got a wave coming up for you. Nah, it doesn't really do it. Not really doing anything. This one peters out. You got a little surge coming in, though, from the ABC Islands. A little surge right here over the weekend. This is Friday. You might get a little surge on Friday. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Looks like a little bit on Friday. How about that? Belize getting it. We got people in Belize. Look at that. Belize getting some good action. Belize is going to get a little bit of this front. It's pulling up some juice out of the Pacific side. But look at that. We got some heavy rain here on Thursday, Friday along the Yucatan and Belize area. Oh, yeah. Heavy rain in Belize. Belize! Who's from Belize? Coastal flooding. Weather, Florida, man. What do you think? This is Friday morning. There's your thing. All right, Bermuda, too. Gonna get a little rain out of this. Let's do our Bermuda forecast real quick. Let's take a look at Bermuda. We got a lot of folks in Bermuda. I'm curious if we get a new tornado watch to the south. What they usually do is an SPC mesoscale discussion. Once that tornado watch starts to run out, they'll have a discussion on whether or not they believe a watch issuance is going to happen. All right, let's see if Bermuda gets anything. A little bit right there. This is Thursday and Friday. Same time Belize gets it. There you go. This is Thursday afternoon. Nothing bad, but there's GFS too. So Bermuda always gets our leftovers. So this is Thursday night. So you get a little rain. Nothing too bad. You can tell by the pressures and stuff it's not going to be bad at all. But windy. Could be windy. So Thursday, Bermuda. Lori, just for you. Shelly, we got to do like a 10 o'clock Bermuda update. No, because then they'll only watch at 10 o'clock. Somehow I got to remember to do a Belize and Bermuda update. We'll do a B&B. Travis, what's up, buddy? We'll make it happen somehow. Let's go Rays. All right, well, what else can we talk about? So 10:30, I'll be on the Tom and Dan show. We'll post the link somewhere. I got to share a highlight from Emily, Mr. James. Umpire kind of got in the way a little bit, but she made a diving catch from the pitcher's mound and got the girl out at second on a double play. Emily's had 26 innings this season, and she's got a 0.00 ERA. It's getting to be a little lucky right now. It's bound to break sooner or later, but man, hey, 26 innings, no score, no runs. That's crazy. Unbelievable. So she had a nice 7-0 win last night. That's right, Shelly, her cousin. Can you believe it? So, Mickey, yeah, I already talked about all that. We talked about Supercell, STPs, temps. Really curious about if we're going to get a new watch here for farther south. Be really interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. This one expires at 1 p.m. But all indicators are showing we could still have some storms popping. 13Z's running right now. Yeah, it's only been out 3 hours, but how many dew points are going to be pretty warm out ahead of it? Plenty of fuel. Cape's not too bad. Cape's the amount of energy in the atmosphere. So there's about 1 clock. Not bad. So, I mean, you know. Keep an eye on it. But we showed it all. If you're just tuning in, here's just the latest Supercell composite map showing you could see some storms here popping. It was about 1 p.m. And that's what we got. Nothing now. Mother Nature's in control now. So long range looking. I mean, let's look at some stuff here real quick, just for fun. So it looks like middle next week, Upper Gulf, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame. Definitely got something brewing for the upper Gulf. Our next dip in the lows coming down, so I feel pretty confident. We got all the models are showing that. Timing is about right, once a week, right? Things are usually every week. Here's temperatures, though. This is going to really, let's just stick to the southeast, but daily lows, look at this. So as our front comes through today, obviously nothing spectacular, but here's tomorrow morning, Thursday. Look, already starting to see 50s in the blue area, 40s around Tallahassee, 47 upper Gulf, 40s in the lower Louisiana, 40s all on the Carolina coast. But check this out, Friday morning, even cooler. Low 40s for the Carolinas, 30s up more mid-state. 58 possibly down at Fort Lauderdale on Friday morning. 59 in Tampa. Now check out Saturday. Even cooler. You might see some 30s in some rural areas on Saturday morning. And Sunday, more the same. 55 on Sunday morning in Tampa. 47 in Gainesville. These are official National Weather Service outlooks, by the way. 30s in South Carolina, getting close to the coast. 38 along the Outer Banks on Sunday morning. Oh, my God. 45 in Perry Sunday morning. Then we start getting a little warm-up as our next front comes in midweek. High temperatures. Take a look at that. And obviously today we're going to hit 90 down in South Florida today. Tomorrow, though, look, 70s in Tampa, 70 in Orlando, 69 in Panama City Beach. Not a bad number. Friday highs, 70s, a couple 80s in South Florida, 60s all the way through Georgia, 60s for a high, Carolinas on Friday, Saturday. Even colder. Some of the parts of Carolinas are going to be out of the 50s. 70s again. So, man, look at that. Saturday highs, almost all, everybody in Florida in 70s, couple 80s way south. Sunday, little bit of warm-up. 81 in Tampa, 82 in Naples. Then a little big warm-up comes. Snowfall for Gatlinburg, real quick, because I've been talking a lot about that. Let's look at that. I believe we're going to see some of that. So let's do new snow and zoom in, and here you go. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Look at that. 1 inches in Gatlinburg. Euro 1.7. Guaranteed. If you're in the Smokies, you're going to see some snow. You gotta like that. Look at that. Unbelievable snow. April 3rd. If Emily didn't have softball on Thursday, I'd be going up there. Saturday, we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Oldsmar. We got the Oldsmar days. I'm going to be heading up to parade 11 o'clock on Saturday in my Storm Chaser. The girls are going to be in the back. So we're doing a parade on Saturday. Oldsmar days. Free music, food, beer, kids stuff. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Palm Harbor's got their Citrus Fest this weekend. They set up a carnival in the streets of Palm Harbor. We're going to hit that on Sunday. So we got 2 days of fun here in Oldsmar, where I live, Palm Harbor, where my mom and dad live, where I grew up, and they're only like a mile apart. So, Mary Carroll, good morning. Janice, good morning. R.E. Riggs, good morning. How's it going? 26, Joe. I know. I cannot believe it, man. Yeah, I'm going to jinx her. Jennifer Countryman, you're welcome. Good morning. Katie, that's right. Tailor fronts make blobs. That's how we're going to get our first season. Nothing yet, R.E. Riggs. Nothing yet. Nope, nothing yet. 10 o'clock. They're probably going to wait. They'll probably get a couple more higher resolution models. But storms are coming nonetheless. I'll leave it right here with this graphic because this is the most amazing graphic ever. Look at that. That is an amazing look. That's just massive. I bet you if you've seen that from space, you can see it like a big cloud, you know, I posted this a bunch on TikTok. The water vapor loopage. Oh man, those trees are just absolutely going sideways out there, man. Jeez. Let's look at the latest water vapor loop. It's incredible. I like water vapor loop because it shows you the dry air and behind it, and it's a little more dramatic. So let's fast forward it here. Let's load everything up and show you the spin here of the cyclone. Let's make it really fast. Ready? Watch. Woo, woo, woo. Feel like I'm at the carnival. So everybody gets on me about saying the word cyclone. I love it. I just love it because I don't write it, but Storm Prediction Center does because they are cyclones. If you read the latest discussion right here, check it out. Deep layer cyclone. Look at that. Water vapor imagery shows a deep layer cyclone. Look at this. Not only do we have one, we have a secondary cyclone. Talking about Long Island. We talked about that a week ago. Talked about that. So I forgot about that because I'm so focused on primarily where we live. But southeast, look at this. Yeah, so New England, Long Island northward. This is a secondary break-off that I talked about before. But look at these winds, man. We're going to see some incredible winds rushing in to New England area. Like, look at this. Like Boston. This is tomorrow, noon. But look at these 50, 60, 50 mile an hour wind gusts. So definitely going to expect a windy day. Definitely Massachusetts northward. But we're probably going to see power outages again. Maine has had its share of power outages the last year, man. We've had 4 or 5 episodes up there where they've lost a lot of power. So big winds coming in to the New England area the next day here. It could get interesting along the coast. Some serious winds rolling in as this low pressure 988 passes out. It's like a little, but you get all these winds rushing into that low. This is tomorrow, so if you're up in that area, it's going to get shockingly windy tomorrow. Shockingly? Is that a word? Shockingly? Shockingly. Hey, big thanks to Tammy, by the way. I'll be flying up to Oklahoma June the 5th to do a big hurricane presentation in front of a bunch of linemen, a couple hundred people. I love it. But Tammy, OSR sponsored us again for another year. We really appreciate that. That takes a lot of support and commitment, and we try to keep our partners short and sweet. Not very many of them, so we can intimately do things with them. In weather, that is. But big thanks to OSR, and they're big partners and do a lot in the storm industry. They're kind of your first responders when storms come in. They're line assessors. They pretty much point all the linemen where to go. All the companies, like, they damage assess when storms get there, and they actually map out areas and kind of lay the blueprint of storm damages so everybody else can come in and start repairing and getting life back to normal. So they're a big integral part of storm recovery and first on the scene when there's a storm. So thank you, OSR, for another year of support. So anyway, all right, well, I got to get ready for a little TV thing, and I'm going to go do a little videoing around town. Not sure where I'm going to go. I got to really think about it. I get a little stressed not knowing where to go, what to do, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go. I get a little anxiety because, the line's coming, and you're like, I want to be there, I'll get to test my drone out. I got a new drone that handles wind a lot better. It's supposed to handle almost 50 mile an hour winds, so I might do some coastal video. So I'll probably head down towards Lower Pinellas County maybe. So yeah, watch for your social channels. I'll be live streaming probably around 11:30ish. So if you're bored, look me up. I'll be streaming live on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Sorry, TikTok. I don't think I can stream live. Oh, I can. I got a separate phone now that points out the front of the windshield. So I'll probably be live on TikTok. Cool. All right. Well, we appreciate you tuning in, everybody. Thanks for watching us here on a Daily Brew, brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. And we'll be back live on Friday and see what's going on. So our next thing to talk about is going to be middle of next week. And we're inching in very close to hurricane season. Tomorrow is a big CSU update from Hurricane Outlooks. Colorado State University. I know all the jokes. I can't wait to read them all. I'll post it. Everybody will be like, every other post will be Colorado. But they're the ones that the news uses. So tomorrow, let the hype begin. Tomorrow is the official day of hype season because they're going to predict an above average season. The media is going to go crazy. They're going to love it. It's going to be posted. It's going to be on the top of the news. Everybody's going to get themselves worked up tomorrow when they announce a active 2024 hurricane season. But as you know, you follow me, we talk about that a lot. So don't get worked up. Numbers don't mean anything. It only takes one. All right. See everybody Friday or on the live when I go storm chasing, me and my truck. All right. See you, Shelly. Bye.